This is the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.
Good evening. Once in a while, a decision by the Supreme Court is etched into the granite of our history. Americans remain divided over today's rulings, but history was written. President Obama, on a trip to Africa, said today, when all Americans are treated as equal, we are all more free.
The president's on the line from Air Force One. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. President. This is Chris Perry.
And Sandy Steer, we thank you so much for your support.
You guys should be very proud of today. And, through your courage, you're helping out a whole lot of people everywhere.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Emotional reactions following a pair of Supreme Court decisions giving the same-sex marriage movement its biggest victories to date.
I always had faith that we were going to be here today. I'm glad it's this soon, and I'm glad this court did it today. 4 years ago, this was a dream, and a lot of people were saying it was too soon to take this fight federal, and I thought of Harvey Milk, who said we can no longer continue to demand crumbs of equality. We have to demand the full thing.
The words emblazoned across the Supreme Court ring true. Equal justice under law.
We believe from the very beginning that the importance of this case was to send a message to the children of this country that you are just as good as everybody else, no matter who you love, no matter who your parents love.
It's not just about us, it's about kids in the South, it's about kids in Texas, and it's about kids everywhere.
Now we will be married and we will be equal to every other family in California.
So today is a good day. It's the day I finally get to look at the man that I love and finally say, will you please marry me?
And to look out at all of the people so happy that their relationships could be put on an equal footing with other people, other citizens of the United States. I don't think that you can look into the eyes of those people and not feel the gratitude that they feel for their country, for the Supreme Court, and for those decisions that recognize them as equals in this country.
And one of the great advantages, I think, of the two of us working together is that we've tried to send a message that this is not a Republican or a Democratic issue. It's not a conservative liberal issue. It's a constitutional issue. It's a civil rights issue. It's a human rights issue. And it's something that all Americans, conservatives and liberals alike, ought to support.
There's an awful lot of celebrating happening here in West Hollywood, and from what we understand, it's happening all over California.
We've got the foundation that paves the path to full equality. We're not there yet. That's very clear. We've got a lot of work to do, but we're going to keep fighting, and future cases will come before this court, and we'll get there one day.
The Supreme Court is now on record as saying that there is no harm to anybody in allowing gay and lesbian couples to marry the people that they love. And that by itself eliminates any rational basis for any state to discriminate in terms of who can marry.
So are you saying to me now that this opens the doors for same-sex marriage in states other than California?
Absolutely. I think no court can now uphold discriminatory laws that prohibit gay and lesbian citizens from marrying. In 5 years, our goal is to have marriage equality throughout the country. I think that's an achievable goal.